You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
Coming up, one man is in serious condition after being struck by a car in Hudson. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Also, we'll tell you about two pedestrians who were struck by cars on Western Avenue in Augusta last night. And as inflation continues to climb, we'll look at the U.S. Senate bill passed Wednesday. Its sponsors say when it will strengthen the U.S. economy by spending billions more in borrowed money. That's coming up along with the rest of our stories. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, happy Thursday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Alrighty, looking pretty good out there this afternoon. A lot of sunshine. We'll be watching for increasing clouds, though, so this nice weather will be short-lived with increasing clouds coming up for the afternoon period. And eventually the evening, our next system is going to be moving in from the west, going toward the east, and that will equal more showers and thunderstorms that will be on the way. And some of those later this evening could pack a little bit of a punch in a few areas. But futurecasts moving forward, again, increasing clouds, showers, and storms arriving by later in the evening period by about 8 o'clock or so. We'll get that line through with some heavy downpours as well. Some fog developing too, but of course the sun will help to get that fog out of here as we head towards tomorrow morning. Some wind though on the way too, maybe a few gusts higher up to around 25 miles per hour, sustained winds at around 5 to 15 miles per hour, but all of that will be backing off later on tonight. So a forecast for today, middle 80s, maybe a little bit more humid part of the county with a few thunderstorms possible late. It's a very small chance. That south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, middle 60s on the way, showers and thunderstorms, some possibly strong. Talking maybe some gusty winds, maybe some hail and heavy downpours possible. That south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, middle 80s on the way again, partly cloudy with a small chance for rain showers, and south wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And your hourly forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, partly to mostly cloudy, temperatures in the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
Thank you, Devin. A Portland man accused of murder appeared in Hancock County Superior Court Wednesday. 35-year-old Raymond Lester's defense attorney, Stephen Jeskowitz, requested co-counsel Tina Netto be added to the defense team. Jeskowitz says Netto is located in Portland, where many of the witnesses of the case reside. Lester is being held at the Hancock County Jail in connection with a fatal hit-and-run crash at Acadia National Park that killed 35-year-old Nicole McComey of South Portland in mid-June. Lester was later found in Mexico and transported back to Maine by the U.S. Marshal Service Violent Offender Task Force. Lisa Marchese from the Maine Attorney General's office agreed to meet with Lester's defense team to discuss future actions regarding the case. Justice Bruce Maloney did not accept a plea due to the felony charges involved in the case. A man is in serious condition after being struck by a car in Hudson. According to the Penobscot County Sheriff's Office, a vehicle was traveling east on Route 221 when it hit the individual who had stepped out onto the roadway. He was transported by life flight to Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center in Bangor. The incident remains under investigation. The Sheriff's Office says no names or other information will be released at this time. Augusta police are investigating a crash involving two pedestrians and two vehicles. It happened about 6 p.m. Wednesday night on Western Avenue in the area of Crossings Way. Deputy Chief Kevin Lully says a Honda SUV driven by 23-year-old Aaron Smith of Clinton was just taking off after being stopped in traffic when it was hit from behind. 54-year-old Jennifer Keene of Augusta was driving the Toyota SUV that hit his vehicle and then struck two pedestrians. Lully says several of the people involved in the crash were transported to the hospital with injuries. Details of the crash are still being investigated. If you have any information about that crash, you're being asked to contact the Augusta Police Department. The U.S. Senate passed a bill on Wednesday that its sponsors say would help boost American technology independence and strengthen the U.S. economy. The Chips for America invests in American-made technology and science innovations. Senator Angus King says the U.S. should not be dependent on other nations to supply leading advancements. The money would go to STEM workforce initiatives, expanding facilities, and advanced technology research. He says the U.S. should be at the forefront of every piece of modern technology, making America a leader in the competitive field.
We are competing with the world for these plans, and we are now able to be on a level playing field and offer them the assistance necessary to make these investments in the U.S. rather than in Europe or Asia.
Senator King emphasized that both Democrats and Republicans worked together to pass the bill, which would allocate an estimated $148 billion. He hopes funding can attract talent to support America's future technological endeavors. He says the bill will head to the House for a vote. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, advocacy organizations are sharing their reaction after a Salmon Farm corporation pulled their lawsuit against the Maine Department of Marine Resources. We'll look at what that means when we return. We'll be right back.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again. There's absolutely no fee unless we win money for you.
I called the twos after I was hurt by a drunk driver. It was free for Lowry and Associates to get started on my case. They got my hospital and surgery bills paid for and got me $250,000.
I'm Jim with Lowry and Associates. Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
Hey Bangor residents, the City of Bangor is offering up to $2,000 in grants for income-eligible single-family homeowners if you install a new Fujitsu heat pump in your home. And Valley Home Services is an authorized Fujitsu installer. Up to $2,000. Combine that grant with rebates from Efficiency Maine, and you could have a new Fujitsu heat pump installed by Valley Home Services at little to no cost. Don't miss this incredible offer, Bangor. Call Valley Home Services today to see if you qualify.
Dine on the deck with a delicious view at the Lucerne Inn and Ryan's Pub, now open. Experience outdoor dining at its finest 7 days a week with award-winning dishes from their executive chef, Arturo Montes. Dining on the deck at Ryan's Pub is an unforgettable culinary experience you'll want to share with your family, friends, business partners, or that special someone. Your next visit to the Lucerne Inn will feel like the first all over again.
Ladies, a Maine adventure.
We've got glue sticks, we got dry erase, we got pens, we got notebooks. Go to Rennie's for everything for back to school.
I didn't go to school anymore. Thank you for shopping Rennie's.
Here at Colburn Shoe, we have something for the whole family. New spring arrivals are coming in daily from quality brands such as Hoka, Birkenstock, Dansko, Sperry, Merrill, and many more. We pride ourselves on our exceptional service. That is why we are America's oldest shoe store.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Advocacy organizations are sharing their reaction after a Salmon Farm corporation pulled their lawsuit against the Maine Department of Marine Resources. A.J. Douglas talked to both sides to find out what's next.
Now we have a very clean water body, and we don't want to jeopardize that.
American Aquafarms recently withdrew a lawsuit against the Maine Department of Marine Resources following a denial of the corporation's application request to bring a salmon farm to the Frenchman Bay area. Maine DMR denied the application due to the company's failure to produce a qualified source of fish eggs. American Aquafarms Project Development Director Thomas Brennan explains the company's decision to drop the lawsuit.
To solve for issues or problems, it's always better to have a dialogue than be in a fight, right? And what's a lawsuit? It's, we're in conflict at that point, and really not much productive is going to come from it.
Brennan says the fishery company hopes to resolve the reasons for the application denial and move forward on the Salmon Farm project.
Hopefully we can meet with them and go through the reasons for the denial, understand where the opportunities are to move forward and reapply.
Several opposing organizations support Maine DMR's decision to deny American Aquafarms' application. Frenchman Bay Conservancy is a nonprofit land conservation group that opposes the salmon farm coming to what Executive Director Aaron Doherty calls unique waters.
Frenchman Bay is not the place for a 30 net pen industrial scale aquaculture facility. And we are disappointed that the applicant has not yet decided that this is not the right place.
Doherty says the strong opposition of the Salmon Farm has brought different people together to preserve the waters.
Summer residents, year-round residents, people who make their livelihood on the bay, people who just enjoy looking out at the bay. And I view that as a promising sign for positive change in Maine.
AJ Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Now with Thursday's business news, here's Leo Jonathan.
For the second time in a row, the Federal Reserve has raised a key interest rate by 0.75 of a point, the largest interest rate hike in 30 years. There's speculation they'll raise it again at their next meeting in September. The Nasdaq gained 4.1% Wednesday. The S&P finished up 2.6%. The Dow rose 1.4%. The rally started after Microsoft and Alphabet reported better than expected earnings. Ford reports a nearly 19% gain in net income in the last quarter, revenues up 50% to just over $40 billion. And Spirit and Frontier Airlines have officially ended their plans to merge. Now Spirit is turning to JetBlue, which has offered to buy the airline outright for $3.7 billion. I'm Leo Jonathan with Thursday's Business on ABC 7.
The Maine National Guard is always looking for recruits and is providing a cash incentive. Matthew Jurancic explains.
With businesses and organizations struggling to keep workers, many are coming up with incentives to hire more people. One such example is the Maine Air National Guard, which is adding an enlistment bonus of up to $20,000 when joining the group.
We get guidance every single year for career fields that are going to be bonus eligible. Our applicants coming in, depending on their qualifications and what career field they're enlisting into, may be eligible for bonuses anywhere between $3,000 and $20,000.
Known as the 101st Air Refueling Wing, the group helps with deploying air refueling, getting the planes back into the air, and working with international allies while supporting national security, homeland defense, and the state of Maine. The Maniacs offer a wide variety of benefits, including tuition assistance and low-cost health care. For Navionics technician Christopher Martin, the enlistment bonus is the thing that helped him the most.
It's helped me out quite a bit, been able to pay off all of my credit debt, been able to open up special savings account with my bank and start accruing more interest on that. So it's been a huge help.
With more of the older members leaving the force, it's now important than ever to get more recruits.
Here at the Maine Air National Guard, we really want to recruit some younger folks and get them in here because we're kind of hitting a point where a lot of people are retiring at once. We want to start backfilling and getting people to take over those spots.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Southern Maine is entering drought territory, and that's not good for farmers or their livestock. That story's next. We'll be right back.
Founded right here in Lincoln, Maine in 1989, Gateway Title is the leading choice for statewide settlement services in Maine.
Residential, commercial, land, Gateway Title closes it all, no matter what kind of property is on your radar.
Our seasoned team of real estate professionals will walk you through the buying, selling, or refinancing process.
As local as it gets, with 9 convenient office locations statewide and willing to travel anywhere in Maine to accommodate.
Gateway, the right way.
We'll see you at the closing table.
On the Road, broadcasting the news at 6, live from Newport, is sponsored by Howard Insurance. For all your insurance, you can find us in Dexter, Dover, and Newport or at howardins.com. Gulfside Wheel and Ski in Newport, your local family-owned and factory-authorized Polaris, CF Moto, Honda, and Kimco dealer. And Studio 160 Salon and Spa. Our professionals are committed to offering the best hair care, nail and foot care, body waxing, massages, facials, and skin care services.
There are a million excuses to not wear your seatbelt. But none of them are good, because you only have a 50% chance of surviving a crash if you are not wearing your seatbelt.
I'm Lauren Stewart, Director of the Maine Bureau of Highway Safety. Remember, buckle up, no excuses.
Land Shark Locker and Margaritaville Tequila present Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band. Life on the Flip Side Tour 2022 Redux. One night only at Main Savings Amphitheater, August 2nd. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Don't miss Jimmy Buffett and the Coral Reefer Band, August 2nd. Presented by Margaritaville Tequila and Land Shark Lager.
The Bangor City Council has received more than 300 signatures in favor of ending the sale of flavored tobacco products. The new rule was presented early this week and is set to be voted on in early August. Bangor was the first community in Maine to establish a ban last fall, but the City Council later repealed the decision based on a technicality. Assistant Vice President of the American Lung Association, Lance Bulker, says he thinks the City Council should reconsider the ban.
Kids are using these products and getting hooked for a lifetime addiction. That is alarming. 1 in 4 Maine high school students use tobacco products, and the main product used is flavored e-cigarettes. 8 in 10 Maine high school students say flavors are why they use e-cigarettes. So we need to end this policy to prevent a lifetime of addiction to these harmful and deadly products.
Should this pass, Bangor would join Portland as another Maine community where flavored tobacco is no longer sold. Brown lawns, stunted crops, and an elevated fire danger, all signs of a drought in Maine. The U.S. Drought Monitor says the state's southern half is now in a moderate drought, while another quarter of the state is in yellow, abnormally dry. Brad Rogers went to a farm in Auburn where, on a hot day, the well went dry, putting the dairy cows at risk.
As far as water goes, cows are about as thirsty as they come.
An adult cow, they figure about 32 gallons a day.
Chris Lewis's 300 dairy cows on his Maple Row farm in Auburn get especially thirsty this time of year.
10,000 gallons a day we generally go through.
Oh my God, no wonder milk's so expensive.
Yeah.
But for farmers, droughts are no laughing matter. He says Saturday his well was so low it stopped pumping water.
The well guy says that the water table is down so bad that it's...
Because we haven't had the rain that we need.
That's right.
Water from the well feeds this tank, which is then distributed to 4 watering troughs. But on Saturday, the water table became dangerously low, and this tank was nearly empty.
Just between the heat and the dry weather, the well kind of got behind there a little bit, so we ran down to the fire station. They helped us out.
Firefighters used this spigot inside the fire station to fill his large plastic tank with water. At no point did the cows run out.
Typically, August can be pretty dry. How concerned are farmers?
Well, we finished second cutting yesterday, and I figure we've got about a quarter of what we'd normally have for grass. We don't want to get caught in January and not have enough feed.
Chris Lewis hired a company to try to open up some new underground water veins this weekend as well. But what farmers really need is a long, steady rainfall.
It's hit or miss, hit or miss. I mean, I've got some friends that farm over in West Gardner and one over in Litchfield, and we call each other when each one gets a storm to try to see, which direction they're headed.
Should his well run low again, he says it's nice to know Auburn firefighters have his back.
With all this heat coming up, you got to be worried about that. You'd like to get more rain.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, we pray for rain. We pray for rain. But we get what we get, right?
Mass shootings come at a tremendous cost. New research finds a great burden beyond the death toll, especially when it comes to injuries. With more, here's ABC's Jay O'Brien.
For every death in a mass shooting, there are up to 6 injuries. That's according to a study through the University of California, Irvine. Researchers looked at data from hospitals following mass public shootings from 2012 to 2019. They found a third of these patients required admission to the hospital and close to a quarter required surgery. They also found 44% had a functional disability when leaving the hospital and 10% needed long-term care. There were a wide range of injuries, including fractures, traumatic brain injuries, and non-fatal gunshot wounds. And most injuries were due to trampling or falls. The researchers estimate a cost of almost $65,000 per person treated for non-fatal injuries. With this Medical Minute, I'm Jay O'Brien.
Honoring a hero in Augusta. Only 3 people were guaranteed to attend a memorial ceremony for the U.S. Marine veteran Steve Thompson, but many more showed up to honor the decorated Rumford native. Thompson was living at the Augustus Center for Health and Rehabilitation when he passed away. The center says the veteran has no relatives in the area that would be able to attend the services, so they coordinated a ceremony to honor his life. Even if those who came to honor him didn't know him, there were no strangers.
A lot of us do support each other, and we're there for each other, and anybody and everybody who can make it, we're here.
Oh no, it's not a small thing. We're a family. We're family, and we're going to take care of this man.
Veterans and supporters emphasize that they have each other's backs when it matters most. When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Do you hate throwing away food that's gone bad? Does your pantry look like a bad disaster? What if you could keep your food as fresh as the day you bought it and vacuum seal any ingredient? Eric B's here with my new portable, powerful PowerXL Duo NutriSealer. This incredible breakthrough in technology can savor any flavor while it seals in the freshness. What's the secret? The Duo NutriSealer will remove all the air. Once all the air is removed, the air pressure detection system is automatically activated and seals your bag tight. And it's the only patented handheld sealer that creates double seals. The Duo has a floating hinge and a built-in slicer to make bags of any size. You can even seal through liquid. Don't let its small compact size fool you. With just one touch of a button, the Duo seals any bag, and it will stay bonded until you open it, guaranteed. The Duo NutriSealer locks in nutrients and freshness, so you can keep your food 5 times longer. Prep and freeze delicious meals, or buy wholesale and seal individual packs and save up to 60%. Our bags are BPA free, microwave safe, and will never leach. Now you can get my PowerXL Duo NutriSealer for only 3 payments of $33.33. Plus, it comes with an ironclad 1-year VIP guarantee protection plan and my recipe book filled with marinades for super delicious meals. We're still not done. Order now and you'll receive an entire year's worth of bags. That's a $50 value, yours free. And we'll also include free shipping. All this is a $300 value, yours today, for only 3 payments of $33.33. Remember, this is a special TV-only offer. So call or go to PowerXLDuo.com right now.
Call 1-800-553-7034 or go to PowerXLDuo.com.
The Bangor Ronald McDonald House is holding a special fundraiser for some needed upgrades. Dylan Holloway stopped by the house as they prepare for a very big weekend.
The Bangor Ronald McDonald House has been helping families in need since opening its doors in 1983. The house provides comfortable lodging for the families of pediatric patients and supports programs that directly improve the health and well-being of all children, according to their website. Now the organization is asking for help in upgrading its rooms to make a family stay as enjoyable as possible during what can be a difficult time.
So we are remodeling all 14 of the guest rooms here. We're adding TVs and streaming services to all of the rooms, which is really exciting.
Community Engagement Manager Lauren Genenbacher says the house still contains some of its original electrical work, which she says needs to be replaced.
We have our amazing electrician coming in. He's redoing all of the rooms, adding new lighting, and taking down some of the more just corporate things that they had, industrial look that they originally had that was, and we're just making it a little more warm, a little more homey.
Genenbacher says some of the upgrades have already begun and will cost about $500 a room. To help fund the project, Ronald McDonald House is holding a day-long yard sale this Saturday. She says the sale will have something for everyone and all forms of payment, cash, card, and electronic, will be accepted.
We have an amazing volunteer base. They've donated so many goods. So that's household items, furniture, cookware, tools. We have some mini fridges, just so many and a variety of things. Our garage is overflowing at this point.
To learn more about Ronald McDonald House charities, including how to volunteer, visit rmhcmaine.org. Reporting from Bangor, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
More summer fun is here as the Union Fair and Maine Wild Blueberry Festival is now underway. The fair opened Wednesday and runs through July 31st. This is the 151st Union Fair, which will include the crowning of a 2022 Wild Blueberry Queen. The festival is back in full swing this year and includes both an agriculture side and a carnival.
Sort of new this year because it's earlier in the season. It's new dates, a new carnival operator, and many new vendors.
There are 21 rides set up on the Midway, and the agriculture side offers everything you'd want in a classic country fair, including livestock and dairy shows, as well as horse and ox pulling.
It's not like we took anything out. It's the 5 days are jam-packed with events. There's no downtime at any corner. There's something, if you love animals, we have plenty of animals. If you love games, food, we got plenty of food.
The fair is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. each day, and for you thrill seekers, the carnival opens at 1 p.m. each day. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
All righty, happy Thursday afternoon. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All righty, not much cloud cover this morning. This afternoon, that will begin to change, though, as we'll be watching our next system moving in from the west, going toward the east. So the sunshine we're seeing now will be getting out of here and will be replaced with cloud cover, courtesy of a lot of activity going on here with a couple of fronts right about in here. And both will play a part here to give us showers and storms later this evening, I should say, with heavy downpours, gusty winds, and maybe a little bit of hail possible in some spots as well. But already an active afternoon across a good part of the country. But again, our average high temperature is 81 degrees. We'll be in the lower to middle 80s the next few days, also above normal, with upper 80s on the way Monday into Tuesday, then falling back a little bit by Wednesday into the middle 80s. And of course, muggy meters showing dew points that will be on the rise again, though. In fact, as early as today, with dew points rising into the upper 60s, possibly getting close to that 70-degree mark, and that's considered humid out there too. So here's the legend right about in here. So by the time we get towards Friday, things will begin to improve, but by Monday to Tuesday of next week, dew points will be on the rise yet. Again, your WVII next forecast for today will be on the rise too. It's at an 8. That's very high. A burn time of around 15 minutes, or hats, sunglasses, sunscreen, shade will be necessary as you do head out the door to avoid a bad sunburn. Moving forward with Futurecast for today, under a partly cloudy sky for now, we'll see increasing clouds during the afternoon period. By about 8 o'clock or so, those storms will move in with some heavy downpours possible, maybe some gusty winds and a little bit of hail in a few areas too. We'll push that through. Some fog left over as we get towards early tomorrow morning. The sun will help to get that out of here. With a lot of sunshine and maybe a few passing clouds for the afternoon period on Friday. Maybe more chances for a few rain showers and thunderstorms Friday night and the early parts of Saturday morning. So, of course, the storm chances looks like this. We're right on the edge of that marginal risk of 1 out of 5. So, again, the threats aren't huge, but they are there. The bigger threat is in the yellow area further off towards the south and west, and that is a slight risk. For us, it's heavier downpours, so with some areas you can see up to a half an inch or more of rain before we're all finished up. But it's going to be very scattered in nature. Other areas may see just a little bit less before we're all finished up. So your forecast for today, middle 80s, partly cloudy, a slight chance for a thunderstorm late, with that south wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Later on tonight, showers and thunderstorms possible, lows in the middle 60s. Some of those storms possibly getting strong with some gusty winds, a little bit of hail and heavy downpours. South wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Alrighty, your Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Small chance for a shower again on Friday. Highs in the mid 80s. Lower 80s on Saturday with a partly cloudy sky. Middle 80s again by Sunday as we remain partly cloudy and partly cloudy again on Monday. Highs in the upper 80s.
Thank you, Devin. Keeping our fingers crossed for good weather and no thunderstorms tomorrow night when we are live in Newport. That's where our newscast will be. Thank you. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
This week on Wheel.
So, you ready for this?
Yes, Dad! We're celebrating